Hi, welcome to The Point, brought to you by Midnight Sun Woodworks. My name's Gary, and the other day I was working on a project and I was just wanting to move some of the objects around on my screen, but was having trouble figuring out how to do that. So I went online and found some crazy ideas about how to do that, and I went back into the software, figured it out. It wasn't any big deal. So if that's something that might interest you, hang in here for just a minute and we'll get right to it. Okay, like I said the other day, I was working on a project and I was trying to move a couple objects a certain amount, and I was having trouble figuring it out. Went online, looked around, and saw some crazy ideas. So I came back to the software and figured it out pretty quickly. Now I use V-Carve Pro 11.554. I know version 12 is out, but they've already had 7 upgrades to it, so I'm going to wait and let them settle that out, get rid of some of the bugs before I switch to it. So the easy way to move an object is, like I've got a square on here right now. Make sure it's highlighted. You go under Transform Objects and select Move Selected Objects. Now there's 2 ways of moving things. You can go to absolute coordinates, or you can do it relative, which is relative to where it currently is. We're going to do that one first. So it's highlighted. I'm going to move it 2 inches to the right and 2 inches down, which means I have to use a negative number in order to get it to move downward. Remember, to the right and up are positive numbers, and down and to the left are negative numbers. So I can hit apply and it'll move it down and over. And I'll just move it back. And that is relative numbers. So like if I just want to move it 4 and 1 or -1, then just hit apply. It moves it down just a little bit. Now the other one is absolute. Now what this is for absolute numbers. You have a across the top and across the side, you have like rulers sitting there, and this will show you where it'll move it to. So right now I currently have the center highlighted. Let's say I put in 6 and 6. Hit apply. It's going to move the center of the box to that location. I'll undo that. Now I'll pick a different location of the box, a different radial button. Let's pick the upper left corner, and I'll put back in 6 and 6 again. And hit apply. Now what'll happen is that upper left hand corner of the box will end up at 6 and 6. Now remember, when you're using absolute numbers here, depending on where your material is set, you got to make sure to be careful using negative numbers in these boxes, because if your material is set like mine is, where it's all positive numbers, you'll end up with something down here. And you don't want that unless your material is down there. So Absolute is absolute coordinates, and then relative is just relative to where it's at, and you cannot pick, using relative, you cannot pick the corners. It just moves the whole object relative to where it's at. So I hope this helps you out a little bit, makes it a little bit quicker to find out your answer. So thanks for watching.